What's going on, guys? My name's Colin, and in this video I'm going to talk about how I've been able to make over $750,000 while still being in college. So a little backstory, I've been in the clothing brand industry for around 3 years now, and that started actually with drop shipping, selling other people's items that were already created overseas, and basically getting a third party to fulfill the orders for me. Now, I moved on from this because I really like the idea of making my own clothes, and I started actually with jewelry, and from there it's kind of grown into a whole clothing brand. If you are watching this video looking to start a clothing brand, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is you need to have the motivation to keep going with that brand, even if you're making no money. For the first year of my clothing brand, it was pretty much all organic growth. So that was getting views through TikTok and Instagram, which drove my sales. And that was all good, but I kind of got to a spot where I wasn't growing anymore unless I got like a viral video, which was kind of hard for me because I wanted to keep expanding. And throughout the first year, it was kind of limiting how much I could grow. But then I got into scaling through paid ads, and that helped a lot because I had really good content, but it was just getting more people to see that content. Organic growth is a lot harder than it used to be for clothing brands. I think mostly because there are so many brands that are posting on TikTok daily that it's not really getting pushed out to as many people as it used to. But you can still scale organically if you have an individual that has a large following behind a brand, or if you just get viral content. Now, a question I've been asked a lot is starting a clothing brand while still being in college. I was in high school when I started mine, but I would definitely recommend it. If you're in college, this is your time to experiment with not only clothing brands, but businesses in general. This is like the lowest risk you'll have, especially because bills are low and you're gonna have the most free time because you're not working, or hopefully not working, a full-time job. But there is a balance to be had between school and your business, especially when it's like a lot smaller and you can't just live off of your business. It's been hard for me, especially having a business in college, just because I'm not the most organized person. So when there's assignments that are due, but I want to prioritize making money online, it's really hard for me to kind of figure it all out. And those days become very long. But if you're able to know what to prioritize and plan really well, it can work out. Something that makes this industry so hard is that it's always changing. And that means you're still going to be having to develop new products when your other products are doing well. And that kind of just adds to your workload. While if you're looking at like a service-based industry, it's a lot more just you have tasks that you're completing and they don't really change. But with clothing brands, they change a lot. A great example of this is I had this one bracelet and it was selling really well for probably 3 or 4 months, but then there was a drop off in sales. And I was really concerned of like, why was I losing a lot of sales on this product? And I was worried it was contributed to my audience or if the organics were just getting old. But really, it just wasn't trending in fashion anymore. And because of that, people weren't buying it. It wasn't because I wasn't showing it to the right people, but it was just because the overall hype for the item had died out and I had to move on to the next. This is why it's really important to be passionate, not just about your brand, but also the products that you're selling. Because if you don't have a lot of passion in those products, probably your community won't either, and they won't sell as well. It seems like it used to be really easy just to create a really good product, list it, and get sales. But more and more what I'm seeing is you need to develop a really good brand identity around what you're selling. A great example of this is you've probably seen a lot of brands that are doing war themes, which personally I don't like, but it's selling really well because you can connect a great product to the brand identity. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you for watching. I will be attaching a link below to Discord if you have any other questions or just want to connect. And yeah,